Chup to everybody. I am going to give this a try just to see how it works. My screen is a television screen. It's like 40 inches. So when I'm looking up, I'm not looking for divine intervention. I'm trying to read the screen and stuff like that. So I'm giving all this a try just to see how things are working and just making some adjustments. I'm going to try and look around and try some different stuff out. Hello, Big Matt. Nice to see you here. Chapter. Let's see what this does. Hey, live with stream things, StreamYard. Oh boy. Let's see. What does that do? Oh, that's a private chat thing, and that's yeah. Okay, so I guess this is about it. Yeah, oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Oh, here we go. Oh, and Yogi Hollow Farms is here, and Joe, I'll say hello to you too. Oh, that chat looks different than what I'm used to. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Well, maybe not. I'm just giving it a shot. No, didn't make any difference there. Okay, so I guess I just want to say a big hello and thank you to Outdoors with Big Matt, and of course, Texas Down Under. Very funny. Very funny. I love your stuff. Yogi Hollow Farm is another one. I mean, come on. That's just good stuff right there. Granny Marino is another one that I love. She doesn't spell her name right, but close enough. Bland's Promised Land is another really cool one. I got to tell you, this is like the third stream that I've tried because I didn't know you had to actually go live at the top. So there's been a couple of really short ones. Mennonite Farmhouse, that's another one. I like your stuff. Bland's Promised Land, they're very funny, very cool. The Beard Critters was, I think, their first live, and I probably one of the first lives or videos that I'd watched. Very cool. Backwoods Mindset, I love that one. Rolling with Raquel, Frontier Survivor, Little Frenchie in Big Texas, Ricky Adventures, Vision Acres, Country Mama, Green Acres, Yogi Hollow Farms, MT Homestead, Go Outdoors, Ava Potterfield, Living with um, uh, Raquel, and of course Tim with Ridge Life. Uh, just you know, the glasses probably don't help much. Uh, you guys are all fantastic. Uh, I just, it, my channel isn't about that outdoor stuff, but I love it. I love it. I used to do it a lot out of necessity when you're fighting a forest fire up in Canada and they kind of drop you out there and expect you to, I mean, there's, 10 people expect you to take care of yourselves. You got to learn how to make a fire and how to cook stuff and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. Um, and then you go through and let me see if I can try something else here. What was that one? Nope, that's not what I was looking for. Oh, here we go. How do I do? All right, and then I'll stick that over there, and I'll try that and see what happens. Looks like it went. Okay. Oh, and that gives me a time on it too. That's pretty cool. I don't know how to do it, but I put a link up there anyway. I think I did. Where'd it go? Oh yeah. I've been having more fun watching you guys than putting up videos. Videos are hard. See you later, Yogi Hollow Farms. Thanks for coming in. There's just so much going on, and then you guys bring it down back to earth, and I love it. My stuff is going to start being a lot less motorcycle videos and charity rides, and more maybe some of the great different food stuff we got around. Then there's going to be maybe some haunted house videos, although they're not going to be your classic commercial. Ooh, there was a sound. I used to do it for about 10 years with the largest group in Maine. And if you've read my description on my channel, there's reasons why there's so many horror stories written about Maine. Pretty much there's things here that you don't want to trifle with, and you sure don't want to ever encounter, especially alone. So there's going to be different stuff coming up on my channel. And hello, Rolling with Raquel. Boy, I screwed your name up when I started. Hey, Marino, good to see you. Good to have you come by and say hi. I know I butted into several of yours, so I'm glad you've come in to say hi. How do I? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, then I do that. Oh, okay. And, just in case anybody asks, CHEPTA is Maine for what are you up to? So I'm just here and trying this out. I guess I could tell you a story. I got a friend that doesn't do YouTube yet. He probably will. Childhood friend from way back. Name is Brian. And there was a story I told him one day on a ride into school. and it's about the little boy and his shaggy dog. And his mother asked him if the dog he had was the shaggiest dog in the village. And he said, "Yeah, sure it is." His mother said, "Well, why don't you go see if anybody else thinks that?" So he leaves the house and heads down the road. Oh, there's Big Matt. Let's see. Try that. See what happens. Hi, Big Matt. How you doing?
I'm really big on that TV, huh?
Yes, you're really big on that TV.
Hey, don't start poking at me.
I was just telling the story of the shaggiest dog in the village. Have you heard that one?
You got to speak up. I can't hear you.
I was going to tell the story of the shaggiest dog in the village. Have you heard that one?
Nope.
Oh.
But no, I just wanted to come up here and tell you, man, dude, you're doing great.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I love what you do.
Why I do things as good as I do is because I feed off of the crowd. So you do you, and I'll be here watching.
Great. I love what you do, and I love what you do, and you're a big inspiration. So you're gonna have to get some speakers for that laptop of yours.
I'm not on my laptop. I'm on my cell phone.
Okay.
I'm outside working in the yard.
Oh yeah. You got a nice yard.
But now, like I said, man, you got this. You do you, and we'll feed off of you for a little while.
Oh, great. Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna stay in the chat.
Okay.
Behave. Don't make me come up here biting. And y'all have fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mennonite Farm. That was it does. But if you ever realize the size of that person, he's one of those guys that I like to say he's better than a friend than an enemy. So anyway, can everybody else hear me good? I don't. This is my first time here. I don't know if there's any adjustments I could make to it, but when I was on before with Big Matt and Texas Down Under, the mic was like very harsh and everything. So you can hear me good. Good, Mennonite Farm. Thanks. So the little boy leaves the house and he heads down the road and he meets a traveling salesman and he asks, "Do you think my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village?" And the traveling salesman says, "I've seen some shaggy dogs. That looks like the shaggiest one. You should ask the king. He knows everything." The little boy said, "Boy, I don't know if I can get in to see the king, but thank you." And down the road he goes. And the next person he runs into is a farmer taking care of his fields. And the farmer asks what he's doing. He says, "I'm heading to the king's palace to see if he thinks my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village." The farmer said, "Boy, that's one shaggy dog. I know a lot of animals. I've never seen one shaggier, but you gotta go ask the king because he can tell you for sure." And so the little boy keeps heading down the road, and yeah, it would have been something if he cleaned up before he came to visit. So the little boy heads down. Let's see, did the farmer? Little boy heads down the road and he comes to a lady selling vegetables. Yeah. And the lady says, "Hi, how you doing?" The little boy says, "Do you think my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village?" She looks down. She says, "That's a shaggy dog. I don't know. You're going to have to ask the king. He knows for sure." So the little boy keeps heading on down the road, and the next person he comes to are the guards at the castle walls. And they ask him what he wants. And he says, "Well, I'm wanting to see the king. I want to ask him a question." And he says, "Well, what question is that?" "I want to find out if my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village." And he says, "Wow, that's quite a shaggy dog. I haven't seen one shaggier, but you got to go ask the king. He's the one that can tell you for sure." So he gets inside and he goes to the blacksmith next, and he says, "Do you think my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village?" And blacksmith says, "I'm not sure. I don't think it was Bar Run Forge either." But he says, I don't know for sure. I've never seen a shaggier dog than that one, but go ask the king. He knows for sure." And so the little boy goes up and he gets up to the palace steps and he asks the guards if he can come in. And the guards say, "Well, why?" Little boy says, "I want to know if my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village." And the guards say, "I don't know. You'll have to ask the king. So we'll let you in." So the little boy gets in and he has an audience with the king. And the little boy says, "I want to know if my dog is the shaggiest dog in the village." And the king looks down and he kind of looks around and he says, "Nope." Yeah, Brian almost killed me for that one. Oh, you like that, Raquel? Oh, man. So, my next videos are probably going to be, since it's getting colder, although it's still 70 degrees here, and I've got fans running and the air conditioning running. But if it keeps getting colder, I'll be putting the motorcycle up, and we're going to be doing some little things. We got the most famous lobster shack in the world. We've also got the largest lobster roll in the world. We've got some really fantastic places. I'm hoping to go and visit these places before they close down for the winter. Of course, let me see if I need more light here. Oh, lost it. Because the winters are kind of long and slow, so places shut down. And again, might do some haunted house videos. Got an awful lot of them up here. You've got the heat on Mennonite Farm? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. 84 degrees. You better not have the heat on at 84 degrees. It's 70 and I'm sweating. 84 degrees. Texas down under. Get under the house again. It'll be cooler down there. 84 degrees and you got the heat on. Come on! So you may not see any more motorcycle videos. I do have some old recordings from some of the haunted places we visited. I used to be part of the largest um, yeah, paranormal investigation group in the state. We had over 100 members, and we did a lot of traveling. There's uh, I'm the one that kind of ruined everything because we had some really good stuff. We had some really good videos. I'll see if I can find them. And but then of course I'd say, oh yeah, I know what that is, and ruin it. And stuff that I mean could have passed for hardcore evidence anywhere. I had to ruin it. Mennonite Farm, you've had a head cold, and it's in the 60s there, and it's going to be 40s overnight. Okay, that's cold enough to turn the heat on. Yeah, I hope your head cold goes away. Don't turn the heat up till the temp is single digits. Oh boy. Hi,
Um, how did you know? How did you know I was going to have to go back under the house?
because it's cooler.
Well, yes, that was part of the plan. But this morning, went into the restroom to, get ready for the day, and it sounded like it was pouring rain. And I looked out the window, and
Oh
it's not pouring
no.
rain. We got another break. And so, we what we're
Oh,
planning to do is completely replace everything with PEX. So we got everything purchased and most of it cut, but not in place before the spring thunderstorms came through and then the superheat. So it just was cooling off. I'm like, great. This next week we're gonna get everything together. I'm gonna get back under there. 2 days of working under there and we'll have it all done. And now I have to.
see, your problem is you don't bury your stuff real well. Ours is a minimum of 4 feet so that the frost doesn't take it out. Of course, you're not
Right.
used to getting it that cold, so yeah, that's what happens. But that stuff you're going to put in, that'll save you.
The thing is, we're in a trailer.
Yeah,
We're in a mobile home. We can't put it under the underground. I mean, going from the well to us, that's underground.
yeah,
I'm talking what this is what's directly up under the house. And our
yeah,
area is considered zone 1. So it only has to have like that much insulation. It's not even, the insulation levels and everything are supposed to be able to handle down to only about 30 to 40 degrees. So since we
right.
had temperatures in the like 11 to 12 degrees over multiple nights and stuff, it literally is not built to handle it. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, see, if you had power, another trick is we let our water drip a little bit.
Yep, that's what we
Um,
did.
and you can use heat tape.
Yes.
Not that you're going to need it that much, but once those pipes expand and start to recover, yeah, you're going to have problems.
Oh,
So
definitely.
it's better to
And
replace them.
with growing up with my dad, we lived in Alaska for a while. We lived
Oh,
at my aunt's homestead. She was
you know it then.
that was back in the early, well, she started the homestead. Her and my uncle started the homestead in the 60s. And then we lived there in the mid 70s. And then also lived in Colorado for a while. I lived in Germany for a while. So we're pretty familiar with, okay, we're going to have a cold snap. I mean, we had light bulbs on things. I mean, we went and found my
Yeah,
dad. My dad's got a stash of old fashioned 100-watt, not LED. I
yeah,
could see people out there putting LED lights on their stuff, and that's not going to help.
uh,
Anyway,
yeah.
so we oops, wait a minute. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, something came up on the screen. Anyway, so we had all that set up. And I even put on the um on our well, I'll put I think I put a picture up actually on the beginning part of that first video. You can
Yep.
see our well. I completely covered it with a blanket, tarps, duct taped it, put bricks on it. The well, praise the Lord, was fine. But without power, it doesn't help very much. It
Right.
doesn't help very much at all. So
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm turning my screen around because it's acting weird on me. Anyway,
Well, that's fine. It makes it interesting.
Matt's actually back here just twisting me around. That's what's going on. He possibly could, but no, well, not anymore. But yeah. Anyway, but I'll be getting back under there and we'll get it fixed. And with
Oh
the PEX,
man.
at least it takes it a little bit more. It can expand some and
Right.
everything. So, and we do plan on trying to put insulation back underneath there, but it's almost lost cause. I mean, we live in the country. We've had
Yeah.
possums under there.
Yeah.
You replace everything, and I mean, I've even joked about taking chicken wire and putting it all around the bottom of the home, and then put the skirting.
Won't help.
It's not going to help.
Won't
They're still
help.
going to get under there.
Groundhogs love insulation for some reason.
Oh, really?
And they'll just go, yep.
Yeah, we ended up with a baby possum in the house one day. Don't know how it got there. My best bet is Mama was up under the house and it came up next to one of the pipes. I mean, through this, we've discovered so many areas where the trailer was just not built well, and any problems that happened before us, because we bought it used, were not handled correctly. Under our sink, we have a hole like that around the pipes coming into the sink. Not for going down for, toward the septic. That's the water pipes that are only about that big around coming up. There's a big old hole around them. So there are things that are going to get some what? Matt came running in here looking at me like I was telling secrets. Anyway, because he's watching in the other room. He knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so we're going to do things like we can take steel wool and then take that great stuff foam and put that around it. It keeps the mice from coming in, things like that. But
well, my biggest problem with when I was doing inspections, when I worked for the state, was the electricians would come through and there's firewalls and fire breaks.
Right.
And of course they got to put the wires through. We understood that. But they didn't have to make a hole this big to put one wire through.
Yep.
And then leave it open.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yes. There's a bunch of stuff now that I'm under the house, or that I've been under there and really gotten a good look at things more than I would ever want to. There's a few things like the wiring and everything that we're probably going to be changing around also. Some of what caused problems was, and I'm hoping I have videos, because all of the videos I have and the pictures I took were done way back in the spring before I ever thought about putting it on YouTube. So that's why some of the videos you'll see are more in a portrait mode instead of landscape, things like that. Or it was videos I was taking to be able to show Matt, for example, this is what I'm dealing with. What's our game plan, and going from there. But a lot of our pipes were just held up with string. And, or no, it was not the string, because what I've got on some of it now is paracord, which is at least somewhat better. But this was this like, not the plumber's tape that's metal. It was like this webbing. And you get a cat that wants to step on that or whatever, and it breaks. So we had these huge dips. And so even though we were running water, what happened is the water puddled in those dips, and it froze in those sections. So with a lot of the other stuff, there's going to be changes. So hopefully I'll have a chance to edit some of my stuff and put it up before too long.
Well, I'll tell you, I bought a trailer for $1,000 when I was up further north in Maine. And there was one, it had the rolled roofing on it. And there was one spot that needed to be replaced. And I
Right.
started looking at it, and I said, well, if I do that, I really should probably replace the door too,
Right.
because the door was kind of rubbing on the floor when it was fully open. And then I was looking at the windows, and we had louvered windows. I never heard tell of it, why somebody would have louvered windows in Maine. But and then so I said, oh, look, the hell with that. And I started tearing just pieces of it. I says, I
Right.
can live in the kitchen. I can put a cot in the kitchen, camp out. So I took the back end of the trailer off. And then I said, boy, the bathroom really needs to be redone. So I moved up. I got half the trailer torn all the way down to just the metal frame. And I says, the hell with it. So I spent a couple of weeks in a hotel and rebuilt the entire trailer from the
Sometimes
frame
that's the
up.
best thing to do.
But
Yep.
I used 2x2 square studs. I didn't even go 2x4s. I went 2x2 square studs, made a nice frame. And the freaking thing was a bomb shelter when I was done. Metal roof, the whole 9 yards. Snow fell right off, no problem. And then just as I was getting done, and I found some fantastic siding. I didn't even know they made this siding. It was insulated siding, but it looked like a log cabin. And I got it really cheap. So it looked fantastic. Metal roof. And just at the end of it, in this trailer park, they decided to put new driveways. They were only 10-foot long, and so I put water pipe down, and I hooked it to the furnace, the hot water heater, and they paved over that, and so I never had to shovel again. It was fantastic. And then they made me move.
I'm gonna need to jump off. But I just thought it was something. When you said I need to get back under the trailer, I'm like, you have no idea.
Oh, yeah. That's me. Yeah.
I am just so thankful that we live on the same property with my parents, because here we're able to, that's where we're at right now. We've come up to my mom's place. And so here we can, we still have all of the things we need to be safe and clean and blah, blah, blah. And then just get back to work under there, and it'll all end up in a better position afterwards, and we'll know for certain what we have and the quality of it and everything else. So that's also a huge bonus. And it's a fantastic.
Good luck to you on all that, because that's not an easy job.
Well, it's one of those things of people say, how can you do all that? And it's like, there was a choice.
Yeah, you just do it.
No one told me there was a choice. There's not a choice. It's got to get done. It's got to get done. So, all right, you continue on.
Oh, thanks. It's like Big Matt did, just a test. Not going to be 4 hours, though.
Right. All right. Doing good.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, Big Matt, how do I add moderators, or don't I have enough people in here to do moderators? I can't tell how many. Oh, yeah, I do. I can see 5. And I can see how long I was on here. I know I hit something and do something else, but I can't seem to figure that out. Nope. Guess. No. Oh, maybe guess. Let's see. No, I don't see anything about moderators, just banned guests. Well, it seems. Thanks, Raquel. It seems to be a good live time to me too. I wasn't really paying any attention. I looked at the list. I didn't see any lives that I subscribed to. I've got like 130 people I subscribe to, so I figured I'll give it a shot, see what happens. And no, I can't. MT, no, it must be Mike. No, I can't do 4 hours. Batteries won't last that long. Nobody knows how to do mods? Let's see. What if I touch that? Oh, God, no, I can't do that. You can add moderators by clicking on the 3 little dots by the person's chat. YouTube chat means you have to have YouTube chat up and not just Streamlab. Oh, I can't do that. Thanks. I wouldn't even know how to start that. I don't need mods. We're all friends here. Yeah. Yeah, my name is Mike too. But MT, the M and MT Homestead is Mike. I know I can change that. Let's see. Nope. Is it this one? Yeah, everyone is pretty much Mike. Let's see that one. No, this one. No, this one. Yike. No. Can I do? Nope. Edit name. Oh, here we go. And I'll put in Marino's Mysteries. Oh, I lost. There we go. So that's about all. I think I've got this pretty well figured out. I bought StreamYards. Everything should be good. I'm on the monthly plan just in case anything goes south on me. And you never can tell. Oh, you know what? No, not going to do that. Like I was saying at the beginning of it, I'm not looking for divine intervention here, looking back and forth. I use a TV as my monitor, so I got 40 inches of space here, and everything is way way on the edges. So what's everybody been doing today? Anything interesting besides fixing water pipes? Man, that's just rough. Oh, it's Terry. Thought for sure it'd be Mike. You've got water problems too, Raquel? Holy mackerel. I live in an area where the entire town can be without power, but for some reason we don't lose it. And when I was up 120 miles further north in Maine, it was the same thing. I lived near an airport then, but I mean, everybody else would be without power. We never lost power. So keeping things from freezing, it wasn't that hard. Oh, water tank for your truck. Yep, yep. Oh, you're making butter? Oh, Vision Acres, you're making butter? Whoa, I bet that's good. Cheese, I'm not a big cheese person, but butter? Whoa. Yeah. So actually, this YouTube thing was, for me anyway, was a way to shut people up. For a long time, they've been telling me I should write a book. And what happened was, I've got a very eclectic background. And so I have these groups of people that I deal with, and they don't usually deal with each other. So they'd hear stories, and then somebody'd come in and tell them, well, I was underplaying most of it. And so, they kept telling me to write a book. Well, I don't write books. So I started, if you watch some of my videos, you'll find out that I've worked off and on with one of the local cable channels here, and videotaping mostly the motorcycle rides for the charity rides in the state. And they told me, look, you need to get on YouTube and start putting stuff on there. And it's like, well, okay, that's interesting, because I had watched a couple of YouTube videos on stuff on how to make stuff and how to repair stuff. And then I started getting these where YouTube says, hey, you should try this. You watch this, so try this. And I said, whatever, I'll try it. But 10 years ago, when I was heavy into the ghost hunting stuff, I started a channel then, thinking I was going to put a lot of this stuff on YouTube. But that's right around the time a lot of these other channels started doing, these other teams started showing up on stuff. And then the History Channel came out, and they wanted to do a series on us. And it was like, oh, this is all too much work. So yeah, this channel's 10 years old. It never had anything until the last couple of months. So, if you're kind of looking at some of this stuff going, wow, this is odd. Well, that's what happens. It's just eclectic. We know the feeling, Mike. We have different groups of people that we interact with. One group being combat vets. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for any of the veterans. YouTube community and just family, previous friends. Yeah. there's a lot of vet groups. Until I moved down into the southern central part, southern coastal part, and not southern, we're mid coast area, they call it. I never realized how many motorcycle rides and groups there were. Um, the other day I started counting, and there's 40 motorcycle clubs and groups that I know about, and I find more every day just in this area. So when they go out on a charity ride, you see this group of bikers flash through, and it's like, what's going on? So I started a statewide calendar, and that's a lot of work. Every day I got to check all my Facebook stuff and go through and add the charity rides and all the information on them, take some off. Everybody's so afraid of rain up here. It's ridiculous. Small town catfisher. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. I'm just giving this a try. Thought I'd bring you into my beautiful living room here. And I think I'm going to stay with it for a while. I love fishing. I love some of that stuff. I spend way too much time watching these videos. It's really funny. There aren't that many people doing, I should say, there aren't that many YouTubers up here in Maine that I can find anyway. There's one, I'll give a shout out to Zachary Fowler's Mayhem. He was a contestant on season 3 of Alone, and he lives not too far from here. And he just hit 1 million subscribers, but he won Alone season 3, and I'll tell you, that was something else. I didn't watch it until I found out about him. And then he's got a friend that's here in Maine that just started, and there's a couple of more fishing channels and stuff like that. I just can't find any of them down there. I'm really jealous about you guys having the meetups down in Pryor and Sulphur, Oklahoma, and a couple of other places I've heard about. That's not going to happen up here. We just don't have enough. We got one big draw that I know of, and that's it. Yeah, that's what it is. Thanks, MT. Fowler's Makery and Mischief. Yeah, I like that. I like that one. He's pretty cool. He's gone through some rough times too, but he's come out smelling like a rose. Okay, rolling with Raquel. What did they do on Alone? Queen. I'd be the queen of that show. Well, the thing is, I guess my analogy would be it's like Survivor, only they're absolutely alone. They throw a bunch of camera equipment. Let's see. His was season 3. The one that he won was Patagonia. They take him out Patagonia, throw him out of a boat onto a beach, give him enough camera equipment to last like a month, and that's it. Poof, they're gone. No cameramen, no nothing. And they're told to film themselves. And the more that they film, they will be, they'll be seen more. And he was pretty good. He filmed a lot, or they just liked the way he was doing stuff. But he was a big part of that show, and that's all there was to it. He lasted 87 days, I think, alone. And at that time, it was the longest that anybody had lasted. And I'm pretty sure that went on for a long time because, man, some people just bow out right at the beginning. Couple of hours, couple of days. But they have different backgrounds. One of them had a lot of herbs and natural fruits and things that she was eating. One guy was eating kelp seaweed a lot. One guy really made me laugh. He was drinking water out of this stream. The problem was the stream was part of this tidal marsh thing, so he was drinking salt water. And he really had a bad time. They had to get rid of him too. But on that show, most of the people, well, at least half of them, left because they were getting too thin. One guy had a whole bunch of fish. He just wasn't eating them. He thought that he could eat like one fish every 4 or 5 days. He really was in bad shape when they went back and took him off the island or off his beach. Oh, and it was cold. Oh, it was cold, and not Texas cold. It dropped down to freezing a lot. They got in there right at the end of fall, and it was pretty cold. Let's see. I've been missing a lot of the chat because I don't want to look like I'm trying to look upstairs in my mansion here. Oh, thanks, MT Homestead, for coming by. Go make your dinner. I'm trying to remember the name of the area. It's well known. Vision Acres. Let's see. I've got a blubber. Well, hello, Mike. Nice to see you here. Thanks for stopping in, saying hello. Yeah, we can't say hi to all the mics. That would take about 30 minutes. Yeah, okay, Raquel, but for us, freezing is not cold. I'm out shoveling the driveway without a coat on, and the steam's coming off me right after a snowstorm. Yeah, you and I get it. But when it goes to 60 or, God forbid, 50 for most of these guys in here, that's it. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to remember the name of the area. It's well known. That was from Vision Acres, and I'm trying to, let's see, Alaska towards Canada. Yeah, I think Alone did. I tell you the truth, I've watched the first season and the third season, and that's it. I'm not a TV watcher. I'll sit and watch the YouTube for, luckily a lot of these videos are short. I just can't sit still that long. My joints start locking up on me. Oh, you might be thinking of Victoria Island. I think they did one or two out there, Vision Acres, Manitoba. Raquel, it's kind of weird. When I lived up in Maine, I lived, of course, right on the New Brunswick border, Calais, Maine. And so, if they had a big fire or something over there, I'd jump in one of the trucks, usually the open cab ladder truck, very old, and just shoot across the border. Working on the ambulance, same thing. If we got somebody that we knew was Canadian, we try and get them back over the border if it was at all possible, because your insurance won't cover you over here, or back 100 years ago when I was doing this. So going back and forth to the Canadian side was something else. But I noticed there's a different Canada. When I was living in Vermont, I went up to Montreal a couple of times, and it was like, well, you guys want to speak French up here a lot. And your signs and everything are up there. They're in Canadian. And I never learned how to speak it or read it. And it's kind of like an island there. When I was in Montreal, and I couldn't find the bridge to head back to Vermont. Yeah, if I had a video on that one would have went viral. It was at least an hour of driving around in circles, trying to figure out at night, trying to figure out what rue and view or something else meant, and how to get. I wanted to go east. It was hilarious. Over the same bridge 5, 6 times, and then the next one over. Well, there's another bridge. Let's try that one. Oh man. Yeah, you got 2 different Canadas there, right on. Oh man, I'm telling you. Maine has one Canada and Vermont has another one. Minus 20 Celsius. Yeah, well, that's below freezing. Daz. Oh, you upset, Daz? Yeah, Quebec. I don't know if that's a good idea, but if they want to be their own country, why not? Oh, yeah, the dingo comment. See, the problem is I can't keep up with those chats. They roll by so fast. So it didn't have time to actually sink in. Oh my God, I just made myself giant here. Wow. Well, I knew he was mad, Vision Acres. Oh, yeah, don't think he got mad. I knew he got mad. I just didn't know what about. Oh, SpaghettiOs? Oh, those are horrible. Oh, man. Well, I I sit back and watch a lot of those. Yeah, I was watching. Yeah. I'm looking at stuff that I have recorded here. Wanted to see if there was anything. Oh, yeah. Now,
No, not recently.
I've been telling everybody that I've got the I've got the Ridge Life Challenge Go Ridge Life thing taken. Well, if you look at this, you might realize why. The man in the red shirt, very famous.
My lady? No, not recently.
That man right there is very famous, very important. And I've got him saying Go Ridge Life. I've got you all beat on that challenge. So that's pretty easy to do.
Except for making more money on unemployment. Well, they start.
Well, there's four people in here. I don't know. You're the only one talking because people like to hear from you. Um, You'll find out who he is. Oh my God, my sister just joined. Oh my God, I was hoping to keep things under wraps. Oh, I'm doing a great job. Yeah. Yeah, you haven't seen many of these live streams then. Oh, MT Homestead wants to know who he is. Well, if you look around, he's very famous in Maine. He's very important in Maine. And Dorothy, don't you say anything. And he's not Stephen King. Well, see, I just don't care. Raquel, you'd be horrified if any of your family would. I just don't care. I mean, nobody believes most of the stuff, so that's why I started the YouTube. If they want to watch, they can watch, and a lot of them will find out, Jesus, maybe he is crazy. But Dot, don't you tell them who that is. If I'm going to win this contest, nobody else can know, but I want everybody to enter because I've got them all beat on the second part of the contest. Well, he's very famous. I know I've said that before. He's very important. He's let's say he's on the same level as some of the most important people that most of the Americans, anyway, are good on that I've seen anyway. So you'll see as soon as Tim hits 1 million views or watch hours, views, whatever, you'll find out soon. All right, so Dot, you got to get a picture on there so they know who they're looking at. Set up your own channel. You don't have to post any videos or whatnot, but get some stuff going on there. Head of the cartel. Yes, in a way. Forget the I. I don't know what that means. Did you forget the I, Raquel? I don't know. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, Dorothy, you probably haven't seen my studio. I got a new place to do videos in. What do you mean bikers scare you? Biker, I'm a biker. No, I'm not doing the limbo. Yeah, it's that creepy house on the road just up the road from here. Yeah, see, there's MT Homestead isn't scary. They're a biker, unless that's Terry. um, no, don't have to do anything like that to get into the club or a shell. Pretty much, in our club, we just have to do stuff with fire or blood and guts, ambulance stuff. But my group is firemen, ambulance, dispatchers. We'll even let a cop in if we absolutely have to. We're the Red Knights. Oh, good. MT Homestead. I'm glad it wasn't that Terry that you live with, because she'd scare me if she was a biker. Just between us. Which story? Not the one the Shaggy Dog story? That was the end. Ambulance stuff. The blood and guts is about ambulance stuff. Yeah, I know a lot of guys like that. Okay, Vision Acres, thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a good time. And if you didn't, just don't tell anybody. So is that the story you were talking about, the Shaggy Dog story, Dot? I've been telling everybody about my TV screen. I'm not looking upstairs for anything. I'm just trying to read stuff on my big screen. I think they're in Michigan, maybe. There's somebody in Michigan anyway. Tell us a ghost story. I mean, I've got real ghost stories. I don't know if anybody's ready for a real ghost story. Raquel, are you um so you're I'm trying to think of the map and where Central Standard. Oh, well, no, that doesn't work like that. Because I was thinking all of Canada is an hour ahead, but again, Maine, Canada, and Vermont, Canada are different. Um, I think you might be on the same timeline. Well, Raquel, I know this from experience. If they put out their notification that they're going to do a video, and you click on it, the time on mine anyway comes up as my time, not theirs. Yeah, I know. I know Texas is right down the line. I just like Tennessee, Tim's Ridge Life in Tennessee. That kind of freaks me out all the time when he's an hour behind, because to me that's still Eastern time, but it's not a straight line, and so you know I'm not. I can't keep the timeline straight in my head. Yep, yep. She's straight above Texas and Canada. So are you, MT, Mike? Are you still in the Central Standard Time? That's what she was trying to figure out. I could tell you a ghost story about one that got away. Okay, Raquel, thank you. Stop by again sometime. I enjoyed it. It's kind of hard for me to look at the camera because there's a round light around it. When I look away, there's this glowing black shadow. Oh, you're not leaving that yet? Well, if you've only got 76 minutes, come on. I've seen all your chores. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you're in Oklahoma. Okay. Somehow I thought you were in Michigan. Yeah, there's an awful lot of people in that Oklahoma area. I'm not going to go to any of the meetups down there, I don't believe. Although they are in the winter for us, so It's intriguing. Yeah, I'm liking this. I can show. Well, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna figure out how to shut this down. Um, this was fun. I learned how to do stuff, especially get on air. Took me 3 tries, but I got it figured out. Well, the lamp is kind of blocking the on air thing. What? No, no. I'm looking for. Oh, can't show you that one because that's the. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Oops. I'm searching and looking and. You have a good night too. Get a picture on your profile. Yeah, I can't. Can't find anything more fun to do with this. Okay. Holy cow. Didn't expect to be on that long. I've been on here for almost an hour and a half, trying different things out, talking to some really good people. And it was a lot of fun, a learning experience. And you guys all have a good evening. Come again sometime. And I guess that's it. Marino's Mysteries is out. Well, I'm back. Uh, let's see. I'll put my. Oh, this isn't going to be good. I know I fixed that the last time and I can't figure out how to. Oh, here we go. There it goes. No, came back. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain. I can see that right now. All right. How? Oh, the end broadcast button up there. Well, you can't put your picture on here, Dot. You gotta. That's part of your uh, thing on the. That's part of your thing on your own channel. And even though you don't have a channel, if you're part of YouTube, which if you're on here, you're part of YouTube. that's where you that's where you have to make the changes and get a picture on there. Um, see, I can hear. Okay, let's say this is. All right. Somehow. Say, okay, I can tell how loud this mic is now. Testing 1, 2. Okay. Is that different? Oh, wow. I can hear. Okay, that's kind of weird. I'm hearing something tick. Okay, now I've done this before, so I should be able to do it this time. Oh, I'm on two different there. Oh, that's interesting. I was on two different. I was watching myself on the different oh wow, this is just weird. All right. Now I'm going to exit the broadcast. All I did was leave the studio before. So goodbye. Oh, this is a two-click thing. Let me edit. Let me make an adjustment. Man, that's touchy. I'm going to have to get more light in here. Okay. Oh, yeah, your picture's showing up now. Okay. Now I'm going to shut it off. Just leaving the studio doesn't shut it off. End broadcast. End the broadcast. There. Okay, so again, from Marino's Mysteries, good night.